The clock now ticking for people living in a residential complex to find somewhere else to live. Among them, former residents of the tent city encampment in Windsor. But as the CBC's Sanjay Maru reports, the owner says he's been left with no other option.
It's conditions no one should have to live in. Clogged toilets, smashed windows, walls torn apart.
The bathroom can't take a shower, no water, kitchen, you can't cook, so that affects my everyday life.
Like all tenants at River Place, White received an N13 notice about 2 weeks ago, giving the owner the legal right to evict everyone from the property for demolition purposes. It's the only option he has left, he says, to get the building back in shape after taking ownership at the start of this year.
At that time, things wasn't that bad. But in the next couple months, they start going into every door they could bust in. We spent $8,000 on camera 3 months ago. And the hot water tank, we spent $1,400 on the hot water tank last month, fixed the hot water tank, and it's all gone.
Late last year, the previous owner had worked with volunteers who paired up with residents of Tent City. They were moved in. Since then, there's been an influx of visitors and a spike in vandalism. Just this week, hot water had to be shut off in the building after the boiler room was vandalized. The fire alarm panel also busted. Just yesterday, the city posted this unsafe building notice to the front door. The owner says he spent all morning getting water running again and the fire alarms fixed.
We are spending this money to fix this at this moment, but it won't last long.
We are going to go down there just over the next week and see who we can reach as far as trying to see what their situation is. Some people can be housed easily and some may need other support systems.
Valente says she and other homelessness advocates are looking to open a direct conversation with the owner to collectively discuss ways to tackle the ongoing issues at River Place.
I can't promise the world, of course, right? I mean, we would have to sit at a round table or a quick Zoom and let's see how many volunteers we have and who we have in place.
She says the goal is to set up new living arrangements for those who moved from Tent City late last year. But for those tenants who have lived at River Place for far longer, they're now on the hunt for a new place to live.
I was homeless once a few years ago, and it's not fun because you have nowhere to go if it rains or anything. I get a little worried. Am I going to find a place or am I going to be back on the street?
Sanjay Maru, CBC News, Windsor.